Well, it is good, everyone. It's 10 to 9 on a Saturday evening, and I'm about to start my glute hamstring session. So second last session of the week, obviously, being a Saturday. Tomorrow I've got quads, which I'm thankful for, because if I was still doing my entire lower body in one session, I would be really dreading this training session right now. But seeing as it is split up and I'm doing glutes and hamstrings today and then quads tomorrow, I'm actually kind of looking forward to tonight. Even though I feel ratchet, like I feel really tired, it should be a pretty good session. Only, I think, 4 exercises, I believe. Yeah, so lying hamstring curl, which I'm about to obviously do. The Smith machine glute ham raise contraption that I was basically rigging up last week, so I'll be doing that again. And then the seated hamstring curl, and finishing off with the glute ham on the hyperextension bench. So, or the GHR, sorry, glute ham raise. I don't know why I said hyper. So yeah, that's pretty much the plan of action. Nothing else to really add to that, to be honest. It's been a decent week of training overall in general. I mean, yeah, nothing out of the usual, out of the ordinary, unfortunately. That's the thing, like when you're working towards a bodybuilding focused goal, like life is very monotonous. Like it's just repetitive. You're doing the same shit day in, day out. It's Groundhog Day. Yeah, sure, like things might not be perfect to a T the way that you'd imagine them to be. Like you might have the occasional hiccup or the occasional kind of, I suppose, complication in life arise that gets in the way of things being completely to a T or to the plan. But you still get the shit done at the end of the week and at the end of each day. So yeah, just basically here to train and tick another box. Yeah, I'll do one warm-up set, then I'll jump straight into the working sets, I think. My hamstrings usually don't require a lot of warming up, but I think it's smart to just do at least one warm-up set. Especially given the reputation hamstrings have for tearing. Oh. Nice and easy. And I'm pretty sure, because I got lying hamstring curls on both hamstring days or both leg days, pretty sure today is the lower rep day. It is, yeah, so 12 to 15 reps. So I got plate number 12 for 15 reps, 14 reps for every set last week, so I'll probably just bump it up this week, aim for the lower end of the rep range. So go plate number 13, and we'll aim for at least 12 each set. For the record, before I start this exercise, I want to just point out that although I did wear this shirt in the last training session, it's not the same shirt. I've got 3 of these. So I've got 3 animal pack shirts. So yeah, I'm not a filthy animal. I do wash my clothes. I don't reuse the same training clothes 2 days in a row. That's just a bit weird. Yeah, thought I'd just clear that up before anybody starts wondering if this guy even showers. First set completed, and I've got 3 more of these bad boys to go. I hit a PB on that one. Don't know if we can really call it a PB because last week was the first week of me doing them, and so I was playing it conservative. Today I went 2 kilo heavier, and I did an extra rep beyond what I did with the lighter weight last week. So 34 kilo for 15 last week, 36 for 16 this week. Technically it is a PB, but it's also not. So I'll do another 3 of these at this weight. And yeah, when you're doing this, like, it's real easy to just get other body parts and other muscle groups involved in the movement and be able to like shift and move a lot of weight. But when I'm doing this, I'm deliberately really trying to isolate the muscles that I'm trying to target. So I'm trying to keep my erectors out of it and that sort of stuff. You'll notice that my back's relaxed and rounded. That's deliberate, so I can try just limit the engagement of the recruitment of those muscles. And yeah, pretty much just focus predominantly on glutes and hamstrings, getting that nice stretch at the bottom and then getting a bit of a contraction at the top, but not like a full contraction. I'll put my feet a little bit further forward this time to try to get a little bit more of a stretch through the hamstrings. and keep my knees locked out, so it makes it more hamstring dominant instead of glute dominant. Set number 3. My food was starting to come back up my throat then. That was not pleasant. That was not pleasant at all. Probably could have gone a little bit more, but saving myself for seated hamstring goals. I'll hit a PB on that. So this session I'll be stepping it up a notch on these. Aiming for 8 reps, 8 to 10, so the low end of the rep range, and still going to be like leaning forward to try maximize hip flexion, stretch the hamstrings as much as possible when my legs are up here at the start position. But yeah, just going to really try to keep the tempo consistent, and if I get more than 10 reps, I'll increase the weight because I want to stay in this lower end of the rep range, just so it's a bit of a different kind of stimulus to the other day that I do my hamstrings, because I do seated hamstring curl and line hamstring curl twice a week in varying rep ranges. But if I hit the top end of the rep range on today, it's just too close to the rep range on my other leg day, so I might as well just aim for the lower end. One thing I've noticed about training later at night is how lightheaded I feel. I get incredibly lightheaded, and it definitely throws you off a little bit with your training. Just in general, tired because it's obviously closer to bedtime, but because I got the podcast tonight, depending on when I get back, I might have like a 20-minute nap. When I get home, I'll get home, shower, 20-minute nap, have my post-workout meal, and then dive into the podcast, because that'll go from like 11 p.m. my time until I think like probably 2 a.m. Maybe 1 a.m. At the earliest. But yeah, that's how my evening's looking. Then it'll just be sleep in a little bit on Sunday, and then start the day a little bit later than usual. But trying to get set number 2 done. Whew. There we go. That ingrown hair I was talking about the other day, I felt all of that pressure every time I curled on that ingrown hair. It was horrible, so I had to kind of like readjust after that second rep to try not have that pressed against the edge of the seat. Fuck. Thank God I've only got one more set of these. There's no way I would have gotten a full squeeze on the next rep, so that's where I call it. Hopefully I don't axe myself and fuck my shit up getting into this, because it's always a gamble. I know I had no issues last week, but that was last week, and this is this week. Third and final set. It is good timing too. 10 to 10. So about an hour before the podcast. Oh. Oh.